Peace, love, and light. Welcome to the Nurture Journey Aroma Stories. This is episode 1. We experienced the introduction last week, no, 2 weeks ago now. And this week, we're going to be experiencing the aroma of sandalwood, one of my favorite aromas. Perfect time to use sandalwood. I have done this particular segment 3 times already. Now, for clarity, and to allow me to ground into my space and give the information that I need to give right now. Take a nice deep breath into the belly. Allow the inhale to widen the chest and the exhale to soften the entire being. Today we enter the realm of sandalwood, a sacred companion to mystics, monks, healers, and seekers. For more than 4,000 years. This is not a fragrance that simply rises. It enters with purpose. It teaches. It calms us. It calls us inward. As we begin, may the energy of sandalwood open the inner chamber, temple, settle the nervous system, and prepare the heart to receive whatever wisdom it is ready for today. Let the breath flow. Let the breath become slow. Let the shoulders soften and let the spirit sink gently into the body. Welcome to Aroma Stories, where the scent becomes teacher, memory becomes guide, and breath becomes the bridge to deeper peace. Welcome. So today on Aroma Stories, I'm going to expose you to some information about sandalwood. Sandalwood is a spiritual oil that was given to me in an upload or an inload, however you want to call it. When it was given to me, I thought it was any sandalwood. So it was any sandalwood fragrance that I would use. Because sandalwood is so different from so many different places, right? I noticed that I couldn't wear it all the time. The fragrance wasn't something that I chose to wear all the time because sometimes it could be very flowery, baby powderish. It has different undernotes, undertones. So not until I went away, I went to Egypt, did I actually find a sandalwood that really took me to a higher level. That sandalwood spoke to me. It is very difficult finding that sandalwood. Actually, in Egypt, there is a variety of sandalwoods also, but this in particular sandalwood, it is one that is my calling. It is the one that spoke to me and brought me home within myself. And that's what sandalwood would do. It brings you to a place within yourself of knowing, right? So then that became an aroma It no longer became a fragrance. I found my sandalwood, and that's the sandalwood that I use every day, all day. And other sandalwoods are fragrances that I may use from time to time, but my foundation is always that sandalwood. So, moving on from there. And information is energy. Energy is information. It stimulates thought. Information comes from different places. And I know that sometimes we look at information in one way, but remember it's energy, right? So when you get information, how you use it becomes very important. So take a nice deep breath in, into the belly. So there's a story that's whispered among the ancient healers that sandalwood is not found, it finds you. So that goes to show you my story and where it came from, right? Sandalwood found me because before I was wearing the fragrance of sandalwood, but I couldn't really connect with it. When sandalwood finds you, you automatically connect with it. It's home. You go in. It speaks to you on a high level. It carries a language. All fragrances do. So it's going to speak with you. You're going to speak with it. You will know the language. A fragrance of sandalwood, it feels good, but there's no language. The language is, this smells so good. Oh, I don't know what it's doing to me. I don't know, but I know that it feels good, right? That means that you're not understanding the language of it, and it's there at fragrance. And then there's the perfume, which is for outside of yourself. What people think, how they see you as a scent, right? We'll get into that as we move forward over and over again. So in India, where sandalwood has been revered for thousands of years, its wood is carved into prayer beads. So they use it as prayer beads. And the reason for that is because the longer you hold the wood, the warmer the wood becomes, the more aroma it releases. So you can imagine having a mala and wearing a mala regularly, daily, for hours on end, and the heat of your body and maybe even outside rises. It warms the wood, so the fragrance of sandalwood is around you all the time. It gets into your pores because your skin is your largest organ, so it's going to get it into your pores, and you're going to have this fragrance of sandalwood. They knew what they were talking about when they made those malas, right? Those prayer beads from sandalwood. The message in that can be the soul reveals itself, its deepest notes, when held with warmth and presence, right? Because the warmth is releasing the information. Remember, energetic information. It's releasing that so that you can learn, experience what's happening, what it wants you to know. So therefore, it's medicine, right? Now, in the Tibetan monasteries, they use sandalwood to fill their meditation halls. The scent is drifting like soft gold throughout the hallways, throughout their quiet discipline, right? It's always there. So you will notice that the monks have within themselves, when you speak to them, this kind of peacefulness, a kind of stillness. In Ayurveda, sandalwood is cooling. It's soothing the inner fire, right? So emotions, like when you're angry, when you're frustrated, when you're hot, menopause, the pause, when you have grief within you, when you're restless, when you're exhausted, it restores balance to the mind that is overwhelmed by noise. So I mentioned the pause because even now, this is how you know when an aroma is spiritually given, because you can use it throughout the remainder of your life, and you see where it fits into everything. So now that I am in the pause, Sandalwood is there for me. It's cooling, right? It calms your mind. It helps with restlessness. It helps with exertion. So here I am in this midst, and I'm managing menopause as I've managed my life. My lifestyle is my practice. I place it in my spirituality. It gave me clarity to do so. And so I'm in the pause and I'm learning so much more. There are no complaints here. There's no fear here. Sandalwood does not allow you to go there of fear. It experiences everything, it knows everything, and therefore it fears nothing, right? So in the pause, sandalwood works great. It gives me inner reflection, which is what I need. And now in Asia, across Southeast Asia to be particular, its powdered form was placed upon the skin, not merely for fragrance, but to honor the body's sacred temple, the body's vessel, right? So the fragrance, again, is in the skin. It's placed in the skin, and it's used for that. And it's a beautiful way to carry the fragrance with you. Again, in menopause, it becomes very important to simplify things. For me, sandalwood does just that. It simplifies the way in which I manage myself, my thoughts, and everything else around me. Beautiful. Okay, so sandalwood travels through temples, through villages, through prayer rooms, through grief, through healing ceremonies, rituals. You find sandalwood's presence in most of these places, even if the individuals may not know why they're choosing the aroma, or if the aroma is blended into other things, right? You'll find that sandalwood is there, standing quietly, rising with prayers and intentions, so that the individual can experience this clarity, this peace when they're making their intention. Its message is to slow down, to slow down. So now you see why the pause, right? Why we're in the pause and how it's used in the pause. It asks that you slow down. There is a wisdom in stillness. And so we have traveled all these years as women doing for others. Here we are in the pause. Sandalwood asks that you take a moment to slow down. Be in stillness. People oftentimes look at menopause as a finality, like your life is over and you're heading now to the grave, right? And then here comes menopause, and now you're believing all of that because your body is doing all sorts of things that it wasn't doing before. Well, your body's doing all sorts of things that it wasn't doing before because it's asking you to pay attention. The only way you can pay attention is if you slow down with all those other things that you're doing. Give yourself time to be. Look at the thoughts that you're having. How can you soften your heart? How can you begin to love you deeper? How do you manage these things more in your life? How do you love you? Bottom line, the pause, right? So sandalwood is there for you. So there's a stillness, there's a wisdom in stillness. There's a peace beneath the noise. So it asks that you come and you sit with yourself. Take a nice deep breath into the belly. And surrender anything that does not belong to you. Anything that isn't serving your highest good, just release it and know that you're releasing it. You don't have to specify, just surrender. So this wood, warm, sweet, earthy, it's often called the scent of the soul remembering itself. It is believed that sandalwood does not simply produce a fragrance. Its aroma is a frequency. It is. Its aroma is a frequency. It vibrates at a level in which it requires a higher mindset. You can't go into this container where the ego and the shadow and the conditioning is and speak with sandalwood. Does not happen. In order to tap into the vibration, into the frequency, you have to be able to move away from this. And when you do, it is a vibration that awakens that deeper chamber of the mind where truth sits quietly waiting. That's why you have to be able to get past the recycled information, because it is the recycled information that is causing the chaos, that is keeping you in a particular space within your life with certain thoughts that is causing the abuse, right? The pause is here for you to surrender that and come home to this place where you have clarity, where you soften, and where you can be. Sandalwood doesn't rise quickly, right? When you light the aroma, right, you find that the smoke curls, it drifts, it explores, right? It is patient. You often hear smoke being discussed this way, but it carries a language. So therefore, it is patient. It isn't asking for anything. It asks for nothing. But when you breathe it in, the inner landscape begins to change. Thoughts slow, emotions soften, the breath deepens. That's why I ask you to take deep belly breaths, right? And the being enters a state or a feel of calm that feels ancient, familiar, and unmistakably sacred. Into our soulful conversation. So this sandalwood, it's not going to be for everyone, because not everyone's going to feel the same way, going to experience it the same way. Not everyone is going to show up for, especially if it didn't call you, right? Once it calls you, you're going to find everything that I'm talking about. You're going to see it show up in your life. You're going to feel it. You're going to experience it. And you're going to know that that is working with you. Don't go to it. Gather the information. If it comes through your life, sandalwood, the aroma, after this podcast, all of a sudden, something in sandalwood appears for you, or someone gives you sandalwood, or you experience it some way or some form. That's how it calls you. That's how it comes to you, right? If you go seeking it, then you can use it as a fragrance. You can use it, in your home. You can use it as your incense, but you won't be called to it. There's another fragrance out there for you, and hopefully with this Aroma Story series, you'll be able to find a fragrance that really speaks to you and you can start using it in your everyday life. Your lifestyle is your practice, right? You hear me say that all the time. So don't feel as though this is something you have to run out and purchase. Just be mindful, be aware of how it comes into your life after this information is being given. That's being given to you, right? So let's talk about this in a soulful way now, a soulful conversation about sandalwood. So, the emotional and spiritual dialogue sandalwood creates is that if it could speak, right? If it could speak, its voice would be low, first of all. This is how I experience it. So I'm reading it here at the side so that I won't forget to mention certain things, right? So if it had a voice, sandalwood's voice for me would be low, warm, steady, and sultry. Very, very sensual. I don't want to put a gender on it because it doesn't have a gender for me, right? But it's alluring. It's very alluring. So the voice has a presence in my life. And because I wear it all the time, it's always with me. It has seen everything in my life, and it fears nothing. It fears nothing. And if I'm fearful, it's because I'm in my human form, experiencing something in fear. But once the awareness brings that back to me, right? And I take my breath. Remember, I wear sandalwood every day, right? So once that comes back, I'm grounded. I fear nothing. I'm ready to take the step. I'm ready to take the step from history that has me fearful of what my now has to offer. As the awareness comes to me, what is it that you're doing, Nizana? Right? Even when in my practice, when I'm guiding others, sometimes the voice will say, ground this person in, say this to this individual. But when I say it the way I'm given, and it's clear for them, again, sandalwood, clarity, it fears nothing. So when I step into my human form, that's the fear. What is it they're going to think? Oh my gosh, I hope I'm not in their personal business. All that comes into play. But when I surrender that and I'm in my authenticity and sandalwood is speaking to me, there is no fear. This voice, what would it say? It would say, come inward, come inward. There is a deeper truth beneath the surface. Emotionally, sandalwood relieves the heavy energy, such as grief, right? That has not been expressed. You've been carrying around something, you're grieving internally, you have not expressed it for whatever reason, right? Sandalwood allows you to release that. Right? The anxiety that flutters beneath your rib, you're about to do something and sometimes that anxiety will hold you back and not allow you to show up for yourself. Sandalwood removes that. The tension that refused to be released, so you always, your neck, certain areas of your back, it's like a ball, it's like a tight fist, and you can't release it. Sandalwood. I would even go as far as to say, get some sandalwood oil, right? And rub it into the area with an intention. Even if sandalwood didn't call you, use the oil and rub it in to the area with intention to heal, any kind of tension that you may be carrying. It does not force healing. It does not force healing. It invites it. So it's going to invite it in, wherever the tension is, it's going to invite it in to be healed. Isn't that beautiful? I love that I was given that as an aroma for my everyday usage. I'm loving that was given to me. It whispers to the nervous system, you may rest now. You are safe. There is no urgency here in this now. So it brings you automatically into safe space. Sandalwood. It's beautiful. Take a breath. Take a breath into the belly with me. As we speak, I've been placing sandalwood on me so that it can bring clarity to me to give information to you so that you would understand how it's working for me, right? So every time I wave my hand, I can smell the sandalwood, and it rises to a higher level within my being. Spiritually, sandalwood opens a pathway, a quiet tunnel that leads from the mind to the heart, that leads from the heart to the breath, right? That leads from the breath to a space where stillness becomes teacher. So that's why when I place it on and I'm smelling it, but it's also giving me information to give to you so I can teach you about certain things. It's bringing about a peacefulness to my being and aligning me to the information so that I can give it to you in a particular way. So another way you can use it is if you're frustrated or if you're angry, just put some on, right? And allow the aroma to write its language. You may not understand it. It doesn't matter. It's healing, and it's doing it in a way that it's inviting the healing to happen. So I find that to be beautiful. I invite simplicity into my life, and that's what it does for me. It allows this simple kind of teaching. If there are things in my life that I'm asking for clarity or to be removed, I just ask for it and allow it to release itself. Don't fight it. Sometimes it's there so that you can learn from it. Learn from it. Surrender it. It encourages honesty. So that's why the aroma, right? It's an aroma. An aroma bypasses the limbic system, and it comes within you somatically. So an aroma can sneak into areas of your being and awaken things that you didn't know exist, because it's not being held here. It's not being held here. This is recycled information. So what it's doing, it's bypassing all of that, all those thoughts that it's written in history and all that. It's bypassing that, and it's working somatically so that you can take breaths, so that you can surrender. Whatever it is, that's why I said before, you don't have to be specific. All you have to do is take the breath, a deep belly breath, with the intention to release anything that is no longer serving you. So it encourages honesty within oneself, the kind of honesty that is gentle and non-confrontational, right? So it's not this self-abusive kind of honesty. It's just a clarity that's like, oh, this is why I did that. Oh, that's why I'm feeling this way. Oh, this is what I keep bringing from history that I need to release, right? It supports forgiveness. So when you're doing the Ho'oponopono, I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you and thank you. You place a little bit on your hands, you inhale it, and you're able to do that and release, surrender into the forgiveness prayer of yourself. Right? You're forgiving yourself for the thoughts, for the behaviors, for the things that you've held on to that you no longer need in your life. Right? So it's about that forgiveness, that inner release, and the clearing of all energetic debris. That's why I say you don't have to be specific. The intention is to release, that debris that the being has outgrown, that we tend to hold on to because our conditioning has taught us that we need to hold on to stuff and own it. This is mine, this belongs to me, so that when it's time for it to be surrendered, we're still holding on, which is causing the abuse, self-abuse, right? It all ties in, right? So you will find you have an aroma that will do the same thing for you. And so your journey, when you're choosing, that's why I say your lifestyle is your practice. Because when you're choosing clothes, when you're choosing jewelry, when you are choosing your aroma, stand and ground in and see what it is that's speaking to you. You may not get it the day that you go out with the intention to. It may come to you from a different place. It may not come to you in a store. Well, I'm going to Macy's to purchase some perfume. You may purchase a fragrance at Macy's that you like, but you may not get your aroma, the aroma that carries your language. So it doesn't mean that you don't wear your fragrance. No, you wear your fragrance. But when your aroma comes to you, you know that because it's speaking a language, right? Sandalwood is also known as a heart opener, but it doesn't open your heart the way that rose opens your heart, right? It's not a heart opener like rose. Rose opens your heart with emotion. So you will cry, you will release, an emotion, right? Be it frustration, anger, some type of, if you're carrying trauma, if you have, trauma around, let's say, a loss as you see it, which is actually a transition from this life to another, right? This level of life to another. But we see it differently, right? We see it as an emotion that has to be released. Sandalwood doesn't do that. Sandalwood is a heart opener because it gives you clarity. So you're in a relationship, the person is ready to move on. You use rose, you use the fragrance of rose. The experience that you will get, you will hold on to the emotion, you will cry, you will release, you will go through those things that you would normally do. Sandalwood opens with clarity. So same situation. Sandalwood shows you the person is ready to move on. Here is where you are. Here's where you need to go. Here's what you need to do. Here's your ritual. This is where you need to place your mind right now. Here is how to be. Clarity. Gives you truth. It gives you truth. it gets you past the container into the authentic mindset so that you can make decisions with clarity. I love that about sandalwood. And being a Sagittarius, sandalwood allows that to be, and that's what a Sagittarius wants. That is how a Sagittarius moves through their life, like that. And so they're oftentimes mistaken, misunderstood, right? Because that is their mindset. That is how they best perform in their everyday life with clarity, that kind of. But they're soft. Their heart is soft. They invite healing in, right? So that's another reason sandalwood works very well for me. So let's breathe again slowly into the belly. And notice any parts of you, any parts of your being that already feels clearer, warmer, and more grounded just from hearing the story of sandalwood. That's how it works. Just by hearing the story, you get more clarity, you understand it, gives it to you in a particular way, right? Excellent. So just so you know, the ritual, because this series, this aroma series offers you several things: an opening invocation, an aroma story, a soulful conversation, a ritual of the aroma, as well as integration and growth of the aroma. And then there's the closing, or the closing benediction, right? So the opening, the narrative, the aroma story narrative, and the soulful conversation is in the podcast. And the closing benediction is in the podcast, but the ritual of the scent and the integration and growth is actually in a subscription. So that is the part that you will pay for, that I'm building on. So anyone that subscribes will get videos, they will get live, they will get ritual, how to make certain things with each of the aromas that we use. They'll get even more stories of integration and growth of the aroma itself. So there's a lot that's going to be in the subscription, and the podcast, you will get the information that will help you decide whether or not you want to subscribe. Because just because I think that something is great, it doesn't necessarily mean that you will think that it's great, right? So if you want more, that's the way to get it. And also, you will have Aroma Stories group on my website, as well as you will have a Menopause as Metamorphosis group on my website, because both of them are part of the nurtured journey. And so those are the groups that you will be able to click on links for certain things. And so that will be in the group. How you get into the group, you've got to go on my website. How you get in on my website is that you have to give your name and your email, and then that's it. And the reason that you're doing that is an added layer of protection for you. So I hope I made that clear for you. Now let's go into the closing. Take a nice deep breath into the belly. Hold at the top for 1, 2, 3, and release. Slowly, gently release. So I want you to relax with this information. It's energetic words of peace, right? So may the fragrance of sandalwood continue to linger around you. Take a nice inhale and close your eyes. And your spirit today. May it steady your breath, soften what feels heavy, and open the door to deeper inner stillness. May its ancient wisdom remind you that silence is not emptiness. It is a sanctuary. May your heart rest, your spirit soften, and your being remember that calm is always available within your breath. Blessings on your journey, and may Sandalwood walk with you into your next moment of peace. Ashe ho.